Ben's class was setting up chairs for a concert and used a pattern like this diagram. What expression represents the pattern, and what is the relationship between the row number and the number of chairs in that row? And how many chairs will be in row 7? So probably the easiest way to determine this is to set up a chart with the information so that I know that row 1 has 5 chairs, row 2 has 8, and row 3 has 11. So I'm just going to set up that information in a chart to make it easier to work with. And that is something that you should always think about when you're doing these kind of questions. So here I've got the row number. And then I've got the number of chairs. So in row number 1, I have 5 chairs. Row number 2, there are 8. In row number 3, there are 11. So if you see, take a look at the relationship. As the row number increases, the number of chairs increases by how much each time? So going from this row to this row, we add 3 chairs. Going from this row to this row, we add 3 chairs. So every time we add 3 chairs to the row. So that means that the number of chairs in each row is going up by a multiple of 3 because it's repeated addition of 3. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So that's like multiplying by 3. So that is going to represent our variable. So if we use R for a variable, we know that the variable is going up by 3, a multiple of 3. So our variable is going to be 3 times R. So we're going to multiply our row number by 3. Now that doesn't give us our exact number of chairs for each row because we need to have a constant, something that we're adding or subtracting to 3 times the row number. So you could just try some substitution values. So if we take row 1 and we substitute it into this value here, 3 times R, we need to add or subtract something from that and equal the number of chairs. So if we multiply it by 3, 3 times 1, what would we need to add or subtract to get 5? So 3, plus or minus something equals 5. 3 plus 2 equals 5. And since we've determined that it's 2, let's try it with some of the other values. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, yes. And 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11. So it works for all of the values, so we know that the constant must be 2. So our variable is 2, our variable is 3 times R, our constant is 2, so we can formulate our expression 3R plus 2. So find the variable by finding how much it goes up each time. Find the constant by plugging in some values to see what works. Now another way to find the constant is just to go back one. So you know that you're adding 3 each time. So what if you go back one? What would you have to add to 3 to get 5? And you know that the answer would be 2. So just by sort of reversing the pattern here, you can get back to your constant. So how many chairs are there in row 7? We just need to plug that value into our variable. 3 times 7 plus 2 would be 21 plus 2 would be 23 chairs in row 7.